Hello, student. Is this audible? Is this audible? Hello. Now is this audible? Now today's topic is numerical of unit third. And before that, there are some. Hello. Today's class. This class is dedicated for the numericals only, or numericals of all the tubes, klystron, magnetron, TWT. Before moving to the announcement, before moving to the class, there are a few announcements. I have seen that only 98 students are connected in a microwave Google Classroom, and total student strength is 141. Rest 43 students is still unadded in the microwave Google Classroom. Just I asked to all of you, if you have received this invitation, send to the other those who have not joined yet, and just encourage all of them to join this. So every announcement, every detail of this class, of microwave class, dedicated to the Google Classroom. You can fetch any informations, you can ask any doubt there, you can just solve any queries. Just everything is there on the Google Classroom. So you must have a Google Classroom access of each and every subject. Now audible? कुमार आयुष, भास्कर, अमित, अजय। और ये भी देखा गया है कि बहुत लोगों ने असाइनमेंट अब तक सबमिट नहीं किया है। असाइनमेंट सबमिट का मीनिंग हुआ कि जैसे कि प्रसन्ना सर ने कल या परसों ही उन्होंने गूगल क्लासरूम पे बताया है, आप लोग जब कॉलेज ओपन होगा तब हार्ड कॉपी के रूप में उसी दिन सबमिट करेंगे पांचों असाइनमेंट। उससे पहले आपको क्विज दिया गया है, उसमें से 5 या 6 स्टूडेंट ने टर्न इन किया है, अब तक सबमिट नहीं किया है। कल उसका लास्ट डेट है। टुमारो विल द लास्ट डेट ऑफ द सबमिटिंग द quiz third, that means the quiz third of the unit third. You must solve the that 10 questions and submit as soon as possible, because tomorrow is the last date. On the basis of your score, this will be converted into your marks in final exam. So always you remember, when you solve these questions, you must have a sound knowledge about the all the topics of unit third. Everything is covered in this lectures started from 20th March. Today is the last lectures of this unit. Unit is dedicated for the numericals. Let's start the numerical. This is the unit third, numericals, microwave tubes. This is the first PPT. Here, moving to the numericals problem. Before moving to the numerical problems, we must have a these type of formula in your copy. I always encourage to the student, you must have a your own copy where every numericals formula are the numerical formula are written in the 1 to 2 page, so that you can easily summarize it, you can easily find out, and it will also helpful in your exam. The first topic is cavity clustron amplifier numericals. In cavity clustron amplifier, we have read about the two cavity clustron. Two cavity clustron. The first formula is electron velocity. How could you find the electron velocity? As we know that E dot V naught, this is equal to kinetic energy half mv square, where V naught is the average velocity of the electron. And just equate it and you can find out 2e p naught upon m. M is the mass of electron, that is the 9.1 into 10 to power minus 31 kg. E is the 1.6 into minus 19 coulomb charge of the one electron. And you can easily find out after solving, we get the 0.593 into 10 to power 6 under root V naught. V naught is the here voltage, applied voltage. This is the electron velocity. Whenever the question asks to find out the electron velocity, just find this formula and this will be helpful to find out the electron velocity. The next formula is gap transit angle, that is theta g. Always the gap transit angle mentioned is theta g, that is the equal to omega into gap transit time. Omega into gap transit time. D upon V naught is a transit time. D is the distance between the either this portions. You can see the D in between. Gap spacing in either cavity. D is the gap spacing in either cavity. You can find out the D here. And V naught is the, as usual, electron velocity. 2 pi f. You can easily find out the gap transit angle. The next is beam coupling coefficient, BI. Beam coupling coefficient sometimes is also noted at B naught. B naught is equal to BI. Somewhere we can just assume that beam coupling coefficient here BI is equal to sine theta g by 2 upon theta g by 2. Here theta g is gap transit angle. Always to find out the value of these portions, always keep this calci in a radian mode. Always remember, many students just did the mistakes in solving these questions. So always finding out the BI, you must take the precautions to convert the calci into the radian mode, to change the mode from normal to radian, so that you can easily find out the value of BI. DC transit angle between cavity, the DC transit angle between the cavity. Here the in between the cavity, one is a cavity in either gap. Now is find out the two cavities. Two cavity cluster, we have read about this. In between the DC transit angle, theta naught is equal to omega L upon V naught. Omega L upon V naught. L is the distance between the two cavity. Here D is the gap spacing in either cavity and L is the distance between the two cavity. Always remember like this. Somewhere DC transit angle is also find equal to 2 pi n. Theta g is somewhere is equal to 2 pi n. Is the number of cycle completed during the DC transit of beam from the buncher to catcher grid. DC transit angle between cavities theta naught is equal to 2 pi n. Number of cycle, n is the number of cycle completed during DC transit of beam from the buncher to the catcher grid by microwave signal. Now the Fifth is bunching parameters x. The bunching parameter is x. That is equal to beam coupling coefficient bi dot v1. V1 is the amplitude of microwave input. V1 is the amplitude of microwave input into theta naught. Theta naught is always known as DC transit angle between cavities. Theta naught upon 2 into V naught. V naught is the DC beam voltage. V naught is the DC beam voltage. This is the bunching parameter. Whenever the question asks to examiner asks to find out the bunching parameter x, then you put this formula and find out the solution of this. Input voltage. Now portion is input voltage. V is equal to 2 into V naught into x upon beta naught into theta naught. I already told you BC beam coupling coefficient Bi somewhere is equal to beta naught. Voltage gain AV is equal to this formula, beta naught square into theta naught upon R naught into J1x upon x. This is the Bessel functions, always given when x is value 1.848841. That time the J1x value is 0.582 into RSH. This is the shunt resistance. And after this, you can reduce the formula also, B naught into I2, that RSH upon V1. Somewhere is also seen the IC, that's the output current from the catcher cavity. Buncher and catcher, somewhere it is written as I2, somewhere it is written as IC. Not be confused when IC is mentioned there. Efficiency, P out upon P in, that is equal to beta naught into I2 into V2 upon 2 I naught into V naught. Here is, remember, when this portion is maximum, put the value of I2 there and beta naught corresponding, you can solve it for the maximum value. For the maximum, when the putting value J1x and x 0.582 V2 upon V naught, you can easily find out if they know the voltage at V2 voltage and V naught voltage, then you can easily find out the efficiency from there. Electron gain anode voltage. Is this audible? Move to the next point, that the electron gain anode voltage for maximum power transfer. If the examiner asks find out the electron gain anode voltage for maximum power transfer, that V naught upon V1 upon V naught max, that is the, you can put the this formula where 3.68 upon 2 n pi minus pi by 2, and the value of n will be given there 1 2 3. That's the mode there. And here is summarized 2 pi n theta naught also is omega L by V naught. I2 here is 2 I naught into J1x. V2 is beta naught I2 into RSH. That's the shunt. That was the formula of two cavity klystron. Let's move to the next point, that is the reflex klystron. The formula for a given beam voltage V naught, the relationship between the Rappler voltage and the number of cycles for the oscillation is equal to V naught upon VR plus V naught whole square. That VR here is the Rappler voltage with respect to cathode. Beta naught is given beam voltage is equal to 2 pi n minus pi by 2 ka whole square. Here in n is modes, the maximum mode is 2 upon 8 omega square into L square. L is the distance between the buncher to catcher into E by M. That at beta not equal to 1, if beta not the value is 1, beam coupling coefficient is 1, that time the V2 is equal to I2 into R such. It is equal V2 is equal to beta naught into I2 into RSH. If beta naught is equal to 1, then V2 is equal to I2 into RSH is equal to 2 I naught into J1X into RSH. I naught is the direct current here. I naught is the direct current. That I naught is equal to V2 upon 2 J1X into RSH. V2 is the microwave gap voltage. Here V2 is equal to microwave gap voltage. Now P out 2 V naught into I naught into X dash into J1X. X dash is mentioned here because we have already used this X and J1X in Reclustron. So do not be confused. Here we just put it dash. It always the taken the value of 1.814 and 0.582. If it's changed, then definitely it will given in your exam. No one remember the Bessel functions. Either they give you the chart. This is the not probably because the already is mentioned there in the copy. So they provide the value of Bessel functions. So do not be bothered about these two Bessel functions. A P in I naught into V naught. V naught is beam voltage, I naught is a beam current. Efficiency neta is equal to 2x dash into J1x dash upon 2 pi n minus pi by 2. Here x dash is 1.841, then J1x dash is 0.582. When the x dash value is given this, then J1x dash value is this. If the value change, this value also will change. So take precautions when you filling the value of x dash and J1 dash. Now move to the next point is TWT. In TWT, the main question is asked about the traveling wave tube gain. See, always remember the traveling wave tube gain. This is equal to C equal to I naught. Here mentioned C is equal to I naught into Z naught upon 4 V naught. I naught into Z naught upon 4 V naught whole bracket 1 by 3. That means the cubic root of I naught into Z naught upon 4 V naught, where the V naught is equal to beam voltage, I naught is beam current, Z naught is the characteristics impedance of helix. Characteristics impedance of the helix. Always in TWT there are two questions only asked to find out the gain, traveling wave tube gain, and next is output power gain. This is the output power gain in decibel dB. AP is equal to minus 9.54 plus 47.3 into N into C. N is a circuit length and C is a gain parameter which you find in the previous case. In magnetron, two type magnetron. Conventional magnetron is a cylindrical and another is linear. Cyclotron angular frequency is find out omega C is equal to E by M. That always remember when E by M is given, do not put the value of E and M separately because it take a time. Directly put this value. This is the SI unit, MKS unit, 1.759 into 10 power 11. This is the standard value of E by M in MKS unit. That is the SI unit. Cutoff voltage for a fixed magnetic flux density. This is the Hull cutoff voltage equation. This is also known as Hull cutoff voltage equation of cylindrical magnetron. V naught C is equal to E by M into 1 by 8 into V naught square into B square upon 1 minus A square B square ka whole square, where beta naught, here is the beta naught, magnetic flux density in Weber per meter square, and A, here A is mentioned also radius of catcher cylinder. A is radius of catcher cylinder. B is radius of Venn edge to the center. It is the radius of the Venn edge to the center. It will always mention there. Now the Hull cutoff magnetic equations. V naught C is equal to 8 V naught into M by whole under root upon B. These portions need to find out. In linear magnetron, the Hall cutoff voltage is V naught C is equal to this one. V naught equal to D squared, where D is the distance between the cathode and anode. And Hall cutoff voltage mentioned there. V naught is equal to 1 by D under root 2 into M by E into V naught. This is the complete formula of unit third. Now move to the questions. Everyone start solving simultaneously. The formula is given there. Now you need to find out the. This is the first questions. Everyone try to solve the questions. Everyone must try to solve the questions. Sumit, what problem you have? सुमित क्या हुआ? चिल्लाकर सबको स्कीम बता से. What does it mean? Everyone focus to the questions. Try to solve the questions. This is the question number 1. A two cavity clustron amplifier has the following parameters. That V naught is equal to 1000 volt, R naught is equal to 40 kilo ohm, I naught is equal to 25 milliampere, F is 3 gigahertz, gap spacing in either cavity, that is the D is equal to 1 millimeter, spacing between the two cavities L equal to 4 centimeter, effective shunt impedance excluding beam loading RSH is equal to 30 kilo ohm. Now we need to find out. First, find the input gap voltage to the give maximum voltage V2. Find the input gap voltage to give maximum voltage V2. And second, find the voltage gain neglecting the beam loading in the output cavity. And third, find the efficiency of the amplifier. Find the efficiency of the amplifier. A parameter is given there. Now to solve the question. Answer here is for maximum V2. For maximum V2, J1X must be maximum. That means J1X is equal to 0.582 at X equal to 1.841. Take the value of X equal to this and J1X equal to 0.582. The electron velocity just leaving the cathode is, as you know, V0 is equal to 0.593 into 10 to the power 6 under root V0. V0 is given here 1000 volt, then put here and you will get the value V0 is equal to 1.88 into 10 to the power 7 millisecond. Now finding that the gap transit angle theta g is equal to omega dy V0 equal to this portions equal to around 1 radian. The beam coupling coefficient beta is equal to sine theta g, sine 1 by 2 upon 1 by 2. This will always in a radian. Keep in mind, I always remind you, when you solve the problem of clustron, that time theta g, when you put the value of theta g to finding out the beam coupling coefficient, then just change the mode of calculator from normal to radian, then find out the value. This comes to 0.598952. The DC transit angle between the cavities, theta naught is equal to omega t naught, that omega equal to L by V naught. Everything is mentioned there. The value is 40 radian. Now the question asks, find out the input gap voltage to give maximum voltage V2. That is then given by, give the maximum V1 max is equal to 2 V naught x upon beta I into theta naught. Everything fine. Put the value here. You will get beta 1 max is equal to 96.5 volt. Now the B portions, the voltage gain is found as AB is equal to B naught square. AB is equal to B naught square into theta naught upon R naught into J1 x upon x into RSH. Put the value there. You will get the AB is equal to 8.595. 8.595. This is the second. And the third, the efficiency can be found. The efficiency can be found I2. Efficiency is equal to beta naught I2 into V2 upon 2 I naught into V naught. Here is I naught and V naught is given. I naught and V naught is given. And we need to find beta naught also find it out. Now we need to find out I2 and V2 separately. I2 is equal to 2 I naught into J1x. That comes the value. Put the value there. And beta 2 is equal to beta naught into I2 into RSH. Put the value is give the 831 volt. Put the value separately. You will get neta is equal to 46.2%. This is the first question of klystron, where you need to find out input gap voltage, maximum, give the maximum voltage V2, voltage gain and efficiency. There is a short formula. Always put the formula there and you can easily get the answer. This is the first questions. Now it's clear to you. Question number 2. The question number 2. Now you can try to solve these questions. A 2-cavity klystron operate at 5 gigahertz with a DC beam voltage. DC beam voltage, that means V naught, and cavity grid gap is 1.0 mm. Cavity grid gap, that means the D is equal to the gap in either cavity. That means the D is mentioned there is 1.0 mm 10 to the minus 3 meter. F is given there, and the amplitude of the microwave input, that is the V1, is 100 volt. Calculate the first transit time tau. Transit time tau sorry, transit time tau and transit angle theta g at the puncture cavity. Second, beam coupling coefficient. Third, maximum velocity of electron leaving the gap and depth of modulations. Given that F is equal to 5 into 10 to the power 9 hertz, beta naught 10 to the power 10 to the power 3, that means 10 to the power 4 volt, D 1 mm, V1 is given there 100 volt. Transit time, the DC beam speed, first find out the V naught, that gives the this much meter second, 5.93 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second. Now the gap transit time tau is equal to D by V naught. D is 1 millimeter. Put the value, you get the tau. Now the gap transit angle theta g, put the value there, omega into d by v naught, and put the value theta g given the 0.529 radian. 0.529 radian. Now into third, yeah, beam coupling coefficient beta in is equal to sine theta g by 2 upon theta g. Again, this just change the mode of calci from normal to radian, then put the value here. Beta is given the 0.9884. Now the velocity of electron leaving Buncher gap, this is the beta at Az is equal to beta naught into 1 plus beta in into V1 upon 2 beta naught into sine theta g by. This gives the maximum. The maximum value of sine theta is 1. Here put the value maximum is 1. Beta naught is here. V naught, beta in voltage, B1, V naught, put the value and always find out 5.96 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second. This is the velocity of electron leaving Buncher gap. Depth of modulations, M is equal to beta in into V naught upon V naught. Put the value here, you will get the depth of modulation M is equal to 9.88 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is the second question of clustron, where depth of modulation, transit time, transit angle, beam coupling coefficients were asked. In exam, it is probable to come two type of question. One, in a first type of questions where the maximum efficiency and to find out the voltage gain, but in a short 2 marks they can ask a question to find out the transit time, transit angle, beam coupling coefficient, velocity of electron leaving Buncher gap. This is one of the few questions they may ask. Now the second topic is, hope it is clear all of you. The next is reflex clustron. Everyone just solve the question simultaneously on your copy. This is a simple questions where the formula is automatically given there. Sometimes you may face problem to understand the formula. Before moving to the formula, just I encourage all of you to go to the velocity modulation of clustron. After completing these lectures, I will upload the that formula also. In assignment, there is a questions to find out the efficiency, voltage gap. This type of question is given in assignment, question number 2 probable. You can simultaneously also solve the questions, and any questions you can always put the question on Google Classroom so that we can see the question here and anyone can answer you quickly. Only 98 student is present in Google Classroom of microwave, and I just encourage all of you, those who have joined in Google Classroom, just share the link to the other and say that you must have a Google Classroom of each and every subject. Every teacher make announcement on Google Classroom only, and your attendance is directly monitored from the imparters and just share to the AK2, and from there we can mark the attendance on AK2 ERP. Move to the next question. That question is reflex clustron. A reflex clustron operate under the following condition. Beta naught is given at 600 volt, L is 1 millimeter, shunt resistance 15 kilo ohm, E by N always standard value, and FR is given there The tube is oscillating at FR at the peak of n equal to 2 modes or 1 upon 3 by 4 modes, either this mode or this mode. Assume that the transit time through the gap and beam loading can be neglected. So then find out the value of Rappler voltage. This is the Rappler frequency. Find the direct current necessary to give a microwave gap voltage 200 volt. And what is the electron efficiency under these conditions. Now you can see the formula of reflex klystron. See here formula. You can from here you can find out the V naught is given there, N is given, F is also given, L is given, E by given. You can easily find out from this formula to VR. Now move to the questions. These questions. We know that the relationship between the Rappler voltage and cycle number n is V naught upon VR plus V naught का whole square is equal to 2 pi n minus pi by 2 whole square upon 8 omega square into L square into E by m. Put this value and go ahead, solve this. Put this value, go ahead and solve the. After solving, you can find out VR is 250 volt, around 249.55. That is the approx 250 volt. And beta 2 is equal to, now the second part. Second part asking about the find the direct current necessary to give a microwave gap voltage of 200 volt. Beta 2 is equal to beta naught I2 into RSH. V2 is equal to beta naught I2 into RSH. If beta naught is 1 in this case, and I2, the put the value of I2 is equal to 2 I naught into J1 X dash into RSH. The direct current I naught is beta 2 upon 21 J. From here you can find out the I naught, direct current I naught. This is, and put the value here, you can get the 11.45 milliampere. From there the simple formula is given there, you can find out the I naught. This is the part second. Part third, electron efficiency. If the value of X naught and J1 X dash is given there, X dash and J1 X dash is given there, directly you can put that value. If you put the value other than the given, it may consider in the wrong way. If it is not given there, then you can put the value of X dash is 1.841 and G1 X dash is 0.582. And here the value of n is 2 or 1 upon 3 by 4. Put the value n equal to 2 here, then put, and you can get the value of this efficiency, electron efficiency. This is the reflex klystron questions. Now the next questions. Question number 4. In question number 4, this is related to the traveling wave tube. Operates under the following parameters. Beam voltage V naught is equal to 3 kilovolt. Beam current I naught is equal to 30 milliampere. Characteristics impedance of helix Z naught is 10 ohm. Circuit length N is equal to 50. Frequency F equal to 10 gigahertz. This is the parameter. Everyone must note it. Beam voltage V naught is equal to 3 kilovolt. Beam current I naught is equal to 30 milliampere. Characteristics impedance of helix Z naught is equal to 10 ohm. N equal to 50, F equal to 10 gigahertz. This is the questions. Now need to find out, determine the gain parameter C and the output power gain in decimal. Need to find out these two terms. The one is gain parameters, and another is the output power gain. Now how could you find out The formula is given here. Not the formula. Traveling by tube, gan C is equal to cubic root. First find write down the cubic root I naught into Z naught upon 4 V naught. I naught into Z naught upon 4 V naught. Here I naught is given 30 milliampere. Everyone note it. And the find out the gain parameter, power gain in decimal. AP is equal to minus 9.54 plus 47.3 into N into C. N is here 50 given there. C. From here you can find out the C and put directly there. Now move to the questions. Everyone, I want everyone just solve the questions. Formula is directly given. Put the formula there and just tell me the what is your answer. C is equal to cubic root I naught into Z naught, I naught into Z naught upon 4 into V naught. The gain C is equal to cubic root I naught into Z naught upon 4 V naught. And post the answer. In question 3, the efficiency part, why the value of X was different. Let's see. We had the question there. Nishan, see this question. Are you asking about this question? Where the value of X is different. I've always taken this value always. X. Here X dash is only written. That is the question of reflex clustron. And that was the question of clustron. I always taken the value of X dash is 1.841. From the first questions I have taken out the value of X is 1.841 and J1X is 0.582. Because this question is reflex clustron, to make it different, only put the dash value. In a somewhere X the value is also given. Question the value of X is given there. Then you put the value there. Otherwise you put this value. This is the maximum value portions. Nissan, is it clear to you? Hope it is clear. Then just focus to the question number 4. Rauf, what is your answer? Nissan, solve the question number 4, where you need to find out the C. Gain parameter. The value of gain, the formula of gain is cubic root I naught into Z naught upon 4 into V naught. All the participant here. Okay. Rauf, just see the formula here. First, just dedicated to the questions. Question here is V naught is given. Quickly note down the V naught. I naught, Z naught, N and F. V naught, I naught, Z naught, N and F. Now move to the formula. Just see the formula and not the formula. And put the value there. You can get the answer. This is the, here is the C. C is equal to cubic root. Here is the 1/3 power. You can easily say cubic root I naught into Z naught upon 4 into V naught. I naught into Z naught upon 4 into V naught. C is equal to I naught into Z naught upon 4 into V naught. 4 into V naught. This is the formula of gain. But if you need to find out the second part, power gain, the formula is this. In decimal, always remember, this is the formula of power gain in decimal. Minus 9.54 plus 47.3 into n dot c, where n is the circuit length, and in question circuit length is 50 here, and c is here, and c is here. Get the gain parameter c. Everyone just solve this. What is the value of c? Put the value. Cubic root I naught is 30 milliampere. Here, now see the solution. Everyone try to solve and just match the answer from there. Match the answer. Gain c is equal to cubic root I naught into z naught upon 4 v naught, and the I naught value is 30 milliampere. Put the value here, and z naught is characteristics impedance. Here is 10 ohm, and 4 into v naught. V naught is 3 kilovolt. Put the value 3 kilovolt. By taking cubic root, you can get this value. Gain c is equal to 0.029240. This is the gain. Now the question is the output power gain in decibel. What is the output power gain in decibel? The formula of AP is equal to 9.54 plus 47.3 dot n. N is here is 50. C is here 2.92. Put the value, you can get the power gain. AP is equal to 59.52 dB. This question may be asked by the examiner in 2 marks, where you need to find out gain and AP. From there you can check the performance of the traveling wave tube. Hope you understand, all of you. The question number 5, the next question. This question is related to magnetron. The conventional magnetron is cylindrical magnetron. The conventional magnetron is cylindrical magnetron, another is linear, and so on. Here the questions: an X-band pulse cylindrical magnetron has the following operating parameters. An X-band pulse cylindrical magnetron has the following operating parameters. First is anode voltage, that is V naught is equal to 26 kilovolt. Beam current I naught is equal to 27 ampere. Magnetic flux density beta naught is equal to 0.336 Weber per meter square. Radius of cathode cylinder A is equal to 5 centimeter. Radius of when edge to center B is equal to 10 centimeter. Now to compute the cyclotron angular frequency, the cutoff voltage for a fixed beta naught, and the cutoff magnetic field density for a fixed beta naught, and the formula. Here is this formula. You can use this formula here. Cyclotron angular frequency omega c equal to E by m into beta naught. Beta naught is directly given there. E by m is equal to 1.759 into 10 power 11. This is the cyclotron angular frequency. And cutoff voltage for a, this is one of the Hall cutoff voltage equations. VOC is equal to 1 by 8 into E by m into beta naught square into B square, then फिर 1 by A square upon B square का whole square. This is the formula cutoff voltage for the fixed magnetic flux density. And another is the Hall cutoff magnetic equation is this. Directly put this value there, put the value here in this formula, you can get the answer. This is the solution. The Hall cutoff voltage is V naught C is equal to half into, no, this is a solution. This is a solution of the cyclotron angular frequency is omega C is equal to E by m into V beta naught. Put this value V naught, that means the magnetic flux density. Put this value, you can get 5 into 91 into 10 to the power 10 radian. This is the cyclotron angular frequency. Only you need to put this correct value of magnetic flux density in omega C. It will give the value, and this value of omega C is always in a radian. The SI unit omega C, that puts in radian here. The cutoff voltage for a fixed magnetic flux density is 1 by 8 into E by m into beta naught square into B square to 1 upon A square into B square. Put this proper value there. All the values given in the questions. Put this proper value. Here is proper value. Put the value. You can get the answer. This is the Hall cutoff magnetic flux density for a fixed beta naught. Put this value. Here is get 14.495 milliweber per meter square. Similarly, you can also find out the Hall cutoff magnetic flux density and Hall cutoff voltage and cyclotron angular frequency. This is the questions related to the cylindrical magnetron. And the last topic is linear magnetron. So numerical related to the linear magnetron. Here anode voltage 10 kilovolt, cathode current 1 ampere, magnetic flux density 0.01 weber per meter square, distance between anode to cathode 5 centimeter. Compute the Hall cutoff voltage for a fixed beta naught, the Hall cutoff magnetic flux density for a fixed V naught. And the formula is this. You can use this formula. Use this formula and find out the answer. Everyone just solve the questions. Everyone keep solving the numerical problems and the assignments problems and quiz of each and every subjects. Once the college will open, then they need to submit the assignment in a hard copy. You always see the instruction in Google Classroom. Every faculty have just announced the whatever the information is just coming from the top source. Just keep updated yourself from the Google Classroom. If any doubt, post their question there. You can ask directly to the faculty also. Solve these questions. In a cutoff voltage, V naught C is equal to 1 by 2 into E by m, and the value of E by n is 1.759 into 10 to power 11 in MKS unit, that is the SI unit, and beta naught into D square. Here the volume is 1 pi. Here the cutoff magnetic flux density V naught C equal to 1 by D. This portion. Now move to the questions. This. The Hull cutoff voltage is this, and put this value 1.759 into power 11 into 0.01 whole square into 5 into whole square, this kilovolt. This is the Hull cutoff voltage. Put this value, you can get, this is the E by M, beta naught T, 22 kilovolt, and the Hull magnetic flux density, put this value M by E, that means 1 upon 1.759 into 11, and this gives 6.74 milliweber per meter square. This gives the solution of the linear magnetic field. This is the entire 6 problems we have covered in this lectures. I've just first question is related to the clustron, second is also clustron. In first cluster, in clustron, we have find out the efficiency. Another is beam coupling coefficient, maximum velocity, transit angle, transit time, input voltage gain, and efficiency in reflex clustron. And the third question related to the reflex clustron, where we have find out the referred voltage, the relation always is given there, direct current, and the electron efficiency. And the fourth questions related to the TWT, traveling wave tube, where we have find out the gain and out the gain parameters and output power gain. These 2 questions. And magnetron, there are 2 questions: conventional magnetron, the cylindrical magnetron. Another is a linear magnetron. In conventional magnetron, we have find out the cyclotron angular frequency, cutoff voltage, and cutoff magnetic field. In linear magnetron, we have find out the same Hull cutoff voltage and Hull cutoff magnetic flux density. This is the portions. We covered the 6 questions one by one, and related to that, there are some questions you need to solve at home. You can easily find out the solution of these questions because everything is in this lectures. And I will upload the questions and with solutions after completing this class. The first question is cavity electron amplifier. Second, related to the reflex clustron, everything is given. Then RSH, FRL, need to find out the applied voltage, VR, put the relation V naught upon VR plus V naught whole square. That is equal to that portions upon 2 pi n into pi by 2 ka whole square upon 8 into omega square into L square into E by M. You can use the formula there. You can find out easily the VR, and then you can find out the direct current, I naught, electron efficiency. You can, same type of questions I just covered in these lectures, you can easily find out the solution of these questions. Try to solve this question at home and then post the solution there. There's only then third portions, usually find out the gain parameter and power gain. Fourth, this pulse magnetron, cylindrical, and this need to find out magnetic flux, linear magnetrons. Fifth question is related to the linear magnetron. This is the portions traveling by tube, effect clustron, this. Hope you have just solved these questions. If any doubt there, you can post in Google Classroom. As said by the HOD sir, you must come. The lecture is over. Okay.